Hello back. Wow, looking at all the notes that everyone was taking while you were in breakouts, and it's a lot of ideas. So thank you so much. I can understand that time flies and that you didn't have all the time to, go through all the questions. I wouldn't say that was intentional, but we like playing with the frustration dimension at the MCURC, I feel. So I was able to see each group notes, and I must say you haven't wasted your time. I could see that the choice of the subject has taken all of you a little more time than I thought, and that in itself is interesting because we are now confronting so many priorities and need to address all of those questions. So the most popular topic of interest in the end that was chosen was food waste during COVID. And on this topic, the questions that are of highest importance are the level of understanding or awareness about waste, about also the impact on global warming and the link between waste and global warming, the impact of nitrogen labeling on food. And I think Alejandra will cover this in her research, and hopefully we can scale it. What is the impact of the food service change on this question? Another topic chosen was community building and what role food can play in this. The question were, what is a community? So I feel this is also a great question. Give students a chance to express their ideas. Someone put, we have shared bathrooms to get engaged. So I feel right now that might not be the case anymore, but yeah, and what makes a good community building experience, like taking a step back and is it music, is it quiet, how the environment can help foster communities. And so I have a whole list of questions. So thank you so much all for all of this. Another topic that was chosen was MOC principles in COVID-19. And as we have very limited menus options, 3 to 5 options per meal, when before we had like almost unlimited options, how can we accommodate everyone's nutritional needs and then integrate MOC principles? So all of that is very rich, and we will definitely take a look at that with Peggy. The MCURC research model, I think you were inspired by the method of taking pictures and how to make that possible in this environment, and how like we can survey students in using QR codes and everything. So I feel these are ideas that we would definitely want to apply in this new environment. So thank you all for your great ideas and contributions. It is really, as I said, an honor to be working with you all. Peggy, do you have a final word for our research group?
Thank you, Ghislaine, for everything that you do to keep the research working group functioning. And I want to thank all our attendees for their attention and our presenters for their fabulous research. And I hope today really gave you some insight into the research working group. And we encourage all of you to get involved. You know, if you haven't done research before, we again democratize it so that way we can include many, many people in our research studies. If you have additional questions, come to our research working group meeting. And we look forward to the research posters in a minute or two by some of my MCURC fellows. So thank you very much for your attention. Eric and Sophie will be taking it over now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Policastro and Ghislaine.
That was quite an exciting day of research. That was really amazing. I mean, it's hard to believe that time has gone by so quickly. And as always, I just am amazed. And I was talking about this in our breakout session about the research showcase and what has happened throughout the year at so many member institutions. And, especially during COVID, I just say bravo to all the great researchers and the teams that they work with. Really just some incredible work that has gone on. It was really enjoyable to learn about research such as student food choices and food waste, and to also hear about the climate, Eating for Climate study and their fascinating research from what I call our friends across the San Francisco Bay. Mm-hmm. But I especially want to give a big shout out very much to the incredible Peggy Policastro, our research working group chair, and to Ghislaine Chalamel, our fabulous research program manager, for all of their exceptional work. These are two what I call real MCURC stars. So great work from both of them today. And thanks also to all of our moderators and presenters in today's sessions. And thanks to all of you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Well, Sophie, for me, it was a lot of fun today, but I know that we're not done quite yet, right? Did you?
Far from it. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was just blown away as well. And I think really for me, the thing, just taking a step back, is that, you know, most academic research is done only by faculty. It's done often in a laboratory or using theoretical kinds of modeling or hypothetical scenarios. And it's done only on one campus or in one department even. And the research you saw today is none of those things. It involves chefs, operations, faculty, students, undergrads and graduates, postdocs, and just showing really the power of this incredible new vehicle we have for better understanding systems change, which involves all of these different perspectives and dimensions, as well as behavior change on a more individual level, which requires these multidisciplinary, multi-stakeholder kinds of approaches and kinds of questions in the first place. So hats off to all of our researchers today for utilizing this groundbreaking research model to such great effect. And really, so the great ideas that were shared in the breakouts, we look forward to bringing those to life through the research working group. And as Eric said, we are certainly far from over with this virtual series. Keep in mind that in week 4, which is focused on education, we'll actually be revisiting those same topics that you had the choice of during the breakout sessions, but looking at them from an education point of view. So we hope you'll start to bridge the experience and ideas exchanged during today's breakout sessions, so that by week 4, you're really starting to think about these issues from the perspective of education and community engagement on your campuses and how that could be an extension of research questions in those areas. So we are now heading into our networking break and research poster session. The hop-in system will stay open until 1 p.m. Pacific, so please feel free to stay and enjoy those features, build and nurture relationships throughout the MCURC community. Our networking feature randomly matches you with another attendee for a quick 4-minute chat. So you're invited to stay and connect with other fellow members, sponsor representatives. And you can think of these like casual collisions. Maybe you had some during, if you weren't in a member sponsor idea hub, where you saw it's a little bit like bumping into someone at the coffee break. And again, today's networking topic is, what is the healthiest new habit you've picked up during the pandemic? And then our poster session. So you can click on the poster session tab to engage with our students, Dr. Policastro's fabulous MCURC fellows from Rutgers at their research poster booths and learn about their research projects. And otherwise, we hope you'll join us again next Wednesday when we turn our attention to a timely and critically important topic: equity and racial justice as they intersect with menus of change principles and the future of university food systems. We'll be joined by a panel of distinguished guest speakers, moderated by Dr. Shirley Everett of Stanford, as well as thought-provoking breakout sessions that we will engage each of you in for sharing experiences and ideas from your campuses, as well as those for the MCURC, and much more. So you can find the full schedule in your final details email, which is sent out at the start of each week. And in the meantime, we'll hope you'll enjoy the networking break and research poster session. And we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.